as an advisory role on economy. Where do you see economic growth going from here?
I think the answer depends on the timeline that one is talking about. A lot of people have talked about the 5.7, not realizing that what drove that low figure of 5.7 was not so much the slowing down. Yes, the slowing down had continued, it had been going on for several quarters now. But the fact that I have a nominal rate of growth, I have to deflate it with the GDP deflator. The GDP deflator that particular quarter had gone up, which made that 5.7 seem worse than it was. The answer to your question really depends, as I said, on the timeline. If one is talking about the next few quarters, I would say that growth would be about 6.5 or thereabouts. It's gradually going to inch up. There is every sign, anecdotal evidence, that we have seen the worst.
Right. You think the impact of GST will wear out, or it's already worn out? Has that been factored in?
The impact of GST is very difficult to sort of quantify, because it's not a binary kind of thing. It's not a one-shot effect. The effects of GST will continue for some time, but GST has some positives also. It brings efficiency, and it also brings something that was not part of GDP earlier because it was informal / black into the legitimate part of it. So, there is that impact as well. On balance, the effect of GST on GDP will undoubtedly be positive. But what you are saying is, what about the disruption? I would say that notwithstanding whatever disruption there is, 6.5 should be something that we get.
Very lastly, any worries for you at the moment?
Worries for me? Well, I wouldn't use the word worries, because the government has a fairly clear agenda of reforms. The word worry is a very strong one, but one concern for me is that we do not have a very good handle on data on jobs and employment. And the concern is not just on jobs and employment, but it's a broader concern. We must be in a position to improve our data collection systems, including the time lags, and we must be in a position to have data that are non-conventional. That would be my concern, not a worry.
Great. Thank you for speaking to us. It was a pleasure.